With columnist Bob Robb, I'm Richard Rellis, and Governor Ducey has been getting some criticism from Democrats for proposing tax cuts that might offset Proposition 208. But Bob Robb, you think he should actually lean in?
Well, but not with tax cuts or something that would reduce the amount of revenue available to the state, but something which would actually raise more money for the state, but from a less economically damaging source than Proposition 208's sky high marginal tax rates for wealthy income earners. There is concern, wide concern among conservatives and Republican lawmakers about the negative economic consequences. But what the governor proposes, even if it was directed all at the high income earners, wouldn't reduce Arizona's high marginal tax rate very much. And it's not all going to be directed there. It's going to be across the board. So rather than tinker around the edges and not really accomplishing the goal, I think that rather than think big and act small, which is what the governor has proposed, they should both think and act big.
Do you think politically it would play to essentially take voters by a narrow margin past a tax hike that would go to education? Politically, how would it play? And is that what he's afraid of? Is that why he's not going big, do you think?
I'm not sure that the governor's ever been willing to accept a net increase in state revenues on his watch. But I do believe that there is a political opportunity here. The education establishment really didn't get into the Prop 208 fight. That was mostly the teachers union and other progressive groups. They want the money, but there is a problem. Probably it will require an act of the legislature to spend the extra money that Proposition 208 provides because of an overall state constitutional limit on K through 12 spending, and to do it on an ongoing basis. It probably requires some constitutional amendment to that particular provision. I think the combination of the education establishment not really having been behind Proposition 208 and its high income tax rate, with the need to do something about this constitutional spending limit, does create the opportunity for a broad-based coalition to do something significant from a less damaging tax source. And the column spells out three ideas that I've been floating for some time with various degrees of radicalism or radical change involved in them. But it is, I think, a unique opportunity that someone, if not the governor, someone else should seize.
I guess if the governor gets enough political heat by taking on your ideas, he can always blame you for it.
That would be fair.
Good to see you, Bob.
Good to see you.